Hey everybody, we're back behind the mic with your host Brandy J. And today we got a funny one, guys. This time we've got Jerome Davis from nope. See, I always do this, fuck it up all the time. Comedian, podcaster, Rome Davis in the building came to share with us what he does behind the mic. So, Rome, what's up? Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you having me. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Now that you're here, I feel good. Got my. I said I need to laugh. I need to get
I
somebody give me
got
that
you. I
energy.
got you. I got
Right.
you.
So I was really excited. I was talking about some people today. I was like, I think I have a comedian on today, so I'm really excited to see what he's about and go behind the mic and then laugh. You know what I mean? Because I think that's important. That people have that spirit in them. It's always good to laugh. God gave us that for a reason, so we're gonna use it, and we're gonna use it today.
Amen.
Yes. So can you tell the listeners what your podcast is about? What your podcast is about, and who is Rome Davis?
Well, Rome Davis is a single bachelor Aquarius. I enjoy long walks on the park.
Not the beach.
Uh, nice little candlelight. I'm just messing. No, man. Rome Davis is a comedian creative. My mind is racing. I've been doing comedy three years. Um, Broke into it, went to comedy school, graduated here in Virginia from the Funny Bone. Been doing podcasting for 2.5. Well, I'm going to my 3-year anniversary come next month.
That's right.
Um,
Okay.
with that, we got seven. We're 7 seasons in. I think I got like 77 episodes out right now. We just, we No ID was intended to feature all my comedic friends, but things just went a little different. So No ID, the name comes from me working at a credit union. I used to work in banking, and people would come in there all the time and like, yo, I need to withdraw $7,000 from my account. And I'm like, okay, you got your ID on? He's like, no, I ain't got no ID on me. Oh, okay, all right. Well, they know me at the other credit union. I'm like, that's great. They know you there, but you ain't there. You here. But I'm here to open up an account. I ain't got no ID though. I'm like, I can't. I don't know who. You know me? No, I don't. So No ID is what I do at No ID is the way of showcasing a different niche in Black society. So you'll see Black businesses up there. You may see a celebrity up there. You may see a comedian, of course. That's going to be up there. Wrestlers, but we try and showcase Black and brown people, and we trying to get the guests. I try and give the guests their flowers, and I try and make sure that the listeners get jewels at the same time. Rome is just a comedian, just a little nerdy comedian, man. Is just trying to make it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Rome, I see also you like shoes.
These shoes is actually going out. I ain't got the whole room, and it's another room filled with boxes. So these shoes is actually coming upon to the point of donation. So yeah,
That's what's up. Okay, that's neat. So you like to give help, and you give like your clothes and all that stuff. Like if anybody needs anything like that, that's
yeah.
cool. I'm doing that too. Okay, I will take those pairs besides those same pairs.
I'm
For
an
the
8.5 in men's.
Let me get
The
my
pink
son real
pair.
quick.
Yeah.
Babe.
I got you.
Oh man, that's cool. So okay, because I was gonna ask you how you got the no. I was curious about like the no ID, and then you started with that. I knew you was gonna say they didn't have no ID, so that tickles me because you're like you're gonna come up in here, and I was supposed to know who you are. That's funny. That is hilarious. Okay, so with no ID, what what inspired you to like because you said you had been already doing comedy, right? You were already
Hmm.
into comedy. Okay, and so that basically led into like doing a podcast, right?
Yeah, man, I had a bad show. They turned the mic off on me one night.
Get out of town.
Yeah, man. I had a bad show, man. It was like it was at this little pub, this little bar up the street from my house, and like it was a clean comedy show. And man, people try and bring Christianity, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with religion. They try and bring God into comedy, and I'm like, yo, sometimes you gotta chill with that.
Right?
And these church crowds in Virginia, they're rough, man. They they are the horrible, man. They be like, damn. I was like, yeah. So like this lady, um, for like 4 weeks, man. Every Monday she was just at the bar. You know, at the bar you're already drunk, so she just boom. I'm trying to talk. I'm like, yeah, you know, this he ain't gonna be. He ain't gonna be funny, looking like that. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that's supposed to be churchy. So eventually, I had said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get her back." So I roasted her. I said her legs are like two rolled up sleeping bags, and and like when people look at me, you know, they think they can whoop my ass. Like I don't know why people get that assumption. Like, oh, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna just pick with him. But yeah, man, she kept fucking with me, so I got her, and then eventually, boop boop, music comes on, mic goes off. I'm like, all right. So
But
fuck, I bombed. So I ended up saying, man, I don't know if I want to do this shit no more. So I started podcasting, and then I had a guy that came up there, a good friend, Lionel Harris, come up there on my show. He was like, why you stop? I bombed before too. It happens. So eventually, I just got back into comedy. So I just kept the podcasting as a way to network with different people.
that's what's up. And look, you didn't bomb. She just couldn't take a damn joke. That's all it was. They turned your shit off. It was
They
like
turned my shit off.
they
I
didn't
was
say
like, damn,
boo. They said shut it down.
shit, man. Let me
Oh
tell you, that was
Lord.
on a Monday, so you could imagine. I'm thinking about it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I ain't, and the mic got closed down, but you know, like fuck. So
Did you say this was church people?
yeah,
You said she was drunk?
yeah, and it's at a bar. Yeah,
Oh boy. That's funny too. This is a good one. This is a good one. Okay. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Not today. Not today. Leave them Christians alone, Brandy. Leave them alone. I used to be one. I don't even know if I was one. I just was there. But then I realized, who are you people? Christmas is not. Look the Bible. There's nothing about Christmas in here. Wait, hold on. Jesus. Nope, nope. Don't say it's 25th anywhere. Why are we doing a play about Jesus being born on Christmas and out of here? That's all you need right there. One lie leads to another. Don't say no more. Say no more. Say no
kind of
more.
like my last relationship. One lie leads to another. You know what I mean?
Oh, right? Exactly. You don't have to tell me too many. That was a big one right there. You got my kid up and we're doing a whole play. All right. Right. Where are you getting these scripts from? Okay. Tell me that. Man, that's funny. That is funny. But okay. See, I just took away this question I had for you too about see, brought up some Christians. Boom, brought up some Christians. Now I forgot. But so then you went back to podcasting. Okay, so you think if it wasn't for that guy, letting you know that comes with it, that you wouldn't have went back into?
Man, I was gonna go back anyway, but I think that was like the extra pump that I need because he's somebody that I actually look up to in the comedy room. He's actually like a good guy. So he's somebody that like legitimately like I met him doing that pub at that pub when it first started. So he's somebody that I actually look up to as far as the comedy room. We talk like once every 2 weeks or something like that. Or, you know, just comedy stuff and you know, it's like, man, this is going on. He's a good guy, man. Lionel Harris is a great guy.
Shout out to Lionel Harris
Shout out.
behind the mic. Okay. So what? Rome. So I know when we talked before too, and I got to see a little bit of your stuff. You do, and I can signify with this too. You don't just stick to like one like topic. You guys do it all. Like you all kind of different like topics, conversations, people. You don't had like really cool celebrities and stuff. Like let us know like what's up. Why you always laughing? What you laughing at? What's funny? We need to know. I need to know.
Man, done had porn stars on the show. I done had my mama on the show, my
Good, my mama was
aunts.
so proud.
I done had foot fetish models. I done had two dominatrices on the show. One, I had a transgender porn star up there. I done had famous people up there. And it's whoever replies back to the DMs, honestly. And we don't. I don't judge. It's a natural conversation, uh, and that's what I do. Like I have favorite episodes from each season. I have an episode where I did with Sydney Starr from Love and Hip Hop.
I'm trying to remember which ones. Oh, wait, don't tell me. That's the one that the trans. That's the her. Okay, she the wild one, ain't she?
She wild on camera, but when we was talking behind the scenes, she was so cool.
Okay. Cause she
Um,
went over to did she go to Baddies or something like that was it Baddies or she
yeah,
went over
that's
there, right?
that Zeus Network bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And you
it's you
had her
can see.
before she went there.
No, yeah, I had her before she came here to Virginia, and I kept DMing her. I'm like, yo, she blessed me with like it's like a 9 minute audio clip. It's like 9 minutes. So I was like, she blessed me with that interview. I'm not gonna trip. She ain't even had to bless me with 5 minutes. She gave me nine. I'll take 9 minutes. Just keep it
Okay.
pushing.
That's what's up. Shout out to Sydney. Right. That's cool. I mean, I like the fact that you can have different people because I like doing that too and like not judging. You don't even have to like have the same, you know what I mean, like interest or what. That doesn't mean that. Bless you.
Thank you, thank
You want some tissue? Let me give you some. Yeah.
you.
Like yes, please. Like now. But yeah, to be able to have different people and not even like say for instance if I had like a different belief or religion, but I didn't mean I can't have you on mine. You know what I mean? Or
Hmm.
anything. You can just people are people. So I like that the fact that you have a broad various people because that's the world we live in. Why limit yourself? So we would like to know. Can you give us like your most what has been because how do you how many seasons do you have again?
Seven. I'm on
Seven.
my seventh
Okay.
season.
Let us see if we can dip into each one real quick. We want to know. Can you give us like the most craziest like guests that you have on as far as crazy like you because you don't script or anything obviously you don't expect it you don't know what's about to go down so what was like probably the most wildest one where y'all was afterwards like damn I
Shit, I
know
give you
you
two.
had some
I give you two.
okay
I give you two. So I did an interview with a young lady named Nymph Enchantress. She's a dominatrix. So if you this is true shit. She had the latex hood on. She had the latex outfit on. Titties popped up. Right. When I initially interviewed her, I said, "Fuck!" Like I jumped. I'm like, "Oh shit." We kept conversing over the phone and stuff like that, but I never saw her face. Like Lord, but she did the interview. She got she got done up. Blessed me with the interview. I said, oh, I'm gonna release this shit right here, boy. I put like a snippet. I put a little. Well, this before reels, but like I put a little snippet, put the video up, like a little snippet of video. I just put up that coming soon. Ain't nobody never liked my shit for real, for real. On at least on Facebook. Next thing you know, boom, 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 damn, DMs. I was like, yeah, I got her. So I got one. So that was one. Then I had one that was like unreleased with my I had a coworker whose son was a rapper. And these boys was like fresh out of high school. And I'm 33, so they was like trying to use like they trying to act like I didn't know what the lingo was. I was like, I know this shit. I was your age one time. I get it. 30, and I'm in my 30s, so you feel like I'm old. So it was like, yeah, we in the stew. You don't know him. I want to say, man, motherfucker, I was just listening to him the other day, but okay. So I had got him do an interview. They was like real standoffish. I was like, man, fuck it. I ain't even released the interview. It wasn't worth it. So I like reached out. I was like, look, I ain't releasing the interview. I said, They was a little standoffish. I ain't really like the interview. Shoot, coworkers, I understand. They'll say that was their first one. So I was like, just let it ride.
Right. Maybe you can they can learn from it. You can show it to them, be like, so they can learn to see. You know what I mean? Like, you can be like, oh, that was us. Like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
it was like, yeah. I was like, but yeah, I'm like, come on, bro. I was like, I think it was like, I'm 33 now. I think it was like 32, 31. I'm like, bro, y'all fresh out of high school, my guy. I get it. But I was like, yeah, we in a stew. I'm like,
Spell it.
I know both y'all damn mamas. The shit y'all rapping about, y'all ain't doing. I wanted to go in, but nah,
Right.
that was the no
Good.
matter of fact, that ain't the wildest one. Those are the two wildest ones. Well, so I can say the two.
Yeah. Come on, dig deeper. Come on,
If
come
we
on.
dig deeper,
Dig deeper. Some wild shit too. Just like, ooh, they were like, damn. No,
bruh,
no.
bruh, well, the interview I did with Sydney Starr, she had a hotel like in Virginia Beach in the oceanfront. They got the same hotel. It's the same hotel, but they break it up into like two different blocks. She's like, "Yo, I'm staying at this hotel." Okay, cool. Pull up to the hotel. Knock, knock, knock. Knocking on the thing. I said, "Yo, you ain't gonna open up the door? I'm sitting out here banging on the door and shit." She like, "Oh nah, you had the wrong one." I said, "Fuck, I forgot they got the two hotels, same name, different, same like a block away." Pull up to the other one. It's like a block down. Man, her assistant was sassy as hell. He had gave me a whole attitude. I'm like, for what? For what? You know what I mean? I'm like, for what? Like, what did I do? All I did was knock on the door. I'm trying. He got like a little smirk. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. So we wrap up. I go. I'm finished talking to him. I go do her interview. Man, she must have been making some kind of content or something. All I know is I saw some shit that I wasn't even supposed to see, but I was like, I got to leave this interview. I gotta get this interview out. I gotta leave. I said, I ain't got no problems with whatever you're doing. I just want to do my interview and just dip. She's like, yeah, I'm in town till I think it was like a Wednesday or something. She said, I'm in town till Friday. What you doing after the interview? So I'm going home, you know. I'm going home. Like, she was like, I was expecting her to be like ratchet as hell, but she was dope as shit, cool as shit, just like real mellow. And then when we got off the camera, she was like, you gotta keep promoting and promoting and promoting and posting. And she was like, use your hashtags wisely. Make sure you're doing the tags, and you gotta post at this time. And she was like breaking the shit down for me. But like me seeing her whatever content that she was trying to make for OnlyFans or whatever, I was like, okay, yep. So let me make sure I just get this interview and get out. But we took a picture. We took a picture. This shit, the picture you gotta scroll through. I don't think I got it on my phone. We took a picture. I post the shit up, right? So I posted up on Facebook. I get back to work the next day, but 2 days later, because I was off the next day. Damn, Jerome got a girlfriend now. I was like, no, I ain't got no girlfriend. He was like, that's your girl. I was like, no, one, that's not my girlfriend. Two, no. And then one of the girls at the job was like, that's Sydney Star. How you get Sydney Star? I was like, I don't know. I just sent a DM. So that's how it happened. You send a DM, some people reply back, some
That is so
people
true.
don't.
You never know until you send it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I got a few people I'm about to DM. A
Shit.
few out there, but to try. You heard
Shit.
but to
I
try.
can tell you create like a little template. I got a template I copy and paste it, and I list my credentials about what I've been featured on, and then I send it. And hopefully they get it back. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they be like, yeah, we'll do it. They'll stand me up, or sometimes they don't. Fuck it.
No,
I ain't gonna trip.
that's what's up. I like that. I like the story of Sydney. Like once again, shout out to Sydney Star because I know, like, if you go by what you see on TV a lot, you know what I mean. You'll think a whole something else of people, and you see them, and they'll be like a whole, like a real person. 'Cause sometimes TV they present it that way, and then sometimes it's just that way, but it's not who they are. Like really, truly, like who they are. So yeah, I like that. Okay. Well, Mr. Comedian Jerome, let's please tell us what is it that inspires what inspired you with comedy in the first place? How did that come about?
She was about 2018. My uncle had passed away back in that December 2018, and I was real close to him. They had my mom had got tickets to the Funny Bone for New Year's Eve, Virginia Beach Funny Bone, but they was gonna go to church instead. They gotta do like the poinsettias and stuff to remembrance of who passed away this year or whatever. So she was like, "I need you to go." I was gonna stay in the house. I didn't want to be bothered. So I ended up calling my homegirl up. She wanted to go see Kev on stage at church. I was like, fuck no, I ain't going to no church on no New Year's Eve. I know I was going to stay in the house, but fuck no, I ain't about to go be in there with them holy rollers. Godfrey was performing. If y'all know who Godfrey is a comedic genius, comedic legend, actor, creative, dope, everything. So we seen Godfrey perform, and they're like, yeah, we got the the Virginia Beach Funny Bone comedy school. I'm like, comedy school? I'm like, maybe I should do this shit. Maybe I should really do it. So my homegirl, she went to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom, and they had the sign right there by the where I was waiting at. I'm like, I'm about to go. So Godfrey just walked past, like, yeah, you should go. And just, pew, just like zip. So I eventually went to class. My first day at class, I took my father with me because I was nervous as hell. So like my first day of school, my homegirl was supposed to go. Another homegirl was supposed to go with me, but she backed out. I forgot the reason. Get there, we sit there for about an hour. Me and my pops walking out the Funny Bone. He said, "Man, you gonna do it?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." The class was like 250. He says out his mouth, "I pay half." I was like, "All right, cool." And then from there, man, I went through them 6 weeks. 6 weeks was a little. It wasn't intense. It wasn't intense like the last 2-3 weeks. That's when the shit started to pick up. So from there, I've just been rocking ever since.
What is something that you learned, like, you know, becoming a comedic, a comedian? What is something that, like, what type of, like sometimes when you're doing, like, what do they call it? When you have to do, when you're acting, when people are learning how to act, and when they do like little skits and all that stuff, like little warm ups. Like, what is something that you guys do to that would lead you, like something that would help build your skills to become like a professional comedian, if that makes sense at all?
It's a couple of things, and it's gonna be like a little maddening for those that's listening. Um, I well, you saw I had a pen earlier, right? So I have a voice recorder with a lapel mic. I use that sometimes to talk and play my jokes back, or if I had a fresh joke, I play back. I write down almost everything, throughout the day. I try and tie it back into that first set that I ever did. It's like supposed to be 5 minutes, but they ended up giving me like 10 minutes. I ended up doing 10 minutes my first time, and I continuously keep writing 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So from there, as crazy as this shit's gonna sound, if you're a comedian or a podcaster, you need to get a YouTube and a Tubi account, the free shit. You don't need to get Netflix, none of that shit. I watch stand-up specials constantly, and it's at a point now. The same stand-up specials that I watch on mute. I want to see how they control the crowd, what contact they making. And this is legit. It's like maddening. It's maddening. Like if a new stand-up special comes out on the weekend, like Lil Rel special came out, or I got my hands on like Richard Pryor stand up, I'm not moving that weekend. Then I go perform. I go perform. I record myself. I play the video back and see like, all right, this joke hit, this one didn't. Right, this piece hit, this one didn't. And like, well, maybe it could have been that room, or could have been like somebody from before me could have sucked the energy out the room, or my energy was off. And I go try the same shit out at a different, different open mic. And if it hits at that open mic, then I take a snippet, post it as a reel on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all these sites, and then I post it as a short on YouTube, and I see how it does. Once I see how it does, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep that bit that comes on. Cause I think with reels, you can do up to like 5 minutes or 3 minutes now. So
Yeah.
like, all right, I keep this, and then I work on the other stuff. I tune it up, and then I just that's it. And then I listen to like podcasts with comedians in it. If it's Bruce, Jerry Seinfeld, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, some more, I'm locked in. I'm I'm gonna watch that interview. I'm gonna learn the business. I'm gonna keep building from there. This is it. It's maddening. It sounds people think, oh, he ain't got no life. Legitimately, it's comedy and podcasting. This is how I really spend my weeks.
I feel you. Same here. Well, not comedy and podcast, but I mean, but what I do in podcasting, what I do a lot of stuff, bullying, teach bullying. I'm not the bully. I'm against the bully. I can clear that up. And I harass AIs, but that's a whole nother story. I finally released that I am a AI harasser. I'm a virtual assistant harasser. I'm getting
Yeah.
help. hmm I'm harassed. So seriously, but that's another episode. I'm going to do that. You'll understand more later. I'm going to release an episode on AIs and virtual assistants. I think I'm something like a pro. I mean, they created them, and I just, something got a little out of control. But another story. But okay. So who is your favorite? Do you have a few
Yeah.
maybe one favorite comedian that inspires you the most? Or look, who's your favorite? Just like funny, and then who's the one that inspires you, or is it the same person?
This is the same two people.
Okay.
Michael Collier, because he actually let me do his morning show, and then the conversations that we had off the microphone that we had on the phone was enlightening. Then Eddie Murphy. Like Eddie Murphy's my goat. I didn't see Richard Pryor stuff live. I've watched only his movies and his old stand up. When he was done with comedy, it's probably the time I was being born, or he was starting to just chill out. But he's a goat too. Don't want nobody to confuse that. But Eddie transformed. Eddie did a lot of stuff like the Flip Wilsons and the Richard Pryors did, but
Yeah.
Eddie kind of took it to like another level with his writing. Like you had Boomerang romantic comedy, you had Coming to America, you had the Nutty Professor 1 and 2, you had Negotiator, you had Beverly Hills Cop, and it's just iconic films. Like when the new Coming to America came out, we was locked in on Amazon. Now we got Beverly Hills Cop. I think there's 4 now. Now we're gonna be locked into that when it comes out on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know that was coming out
Yeah,
with Eddie.
with Eddie. Eddie is pairing as Axel Foley. And Michael Kyer, man, he's a fucking beast, bro. Like, if you watch his stand up, is I watched him in person. Like I said, I've had conversations with him, and I love him. He's my favorite because he gave me that opportunity to do the podcast interview, and that podcast interview actually led me into doing his morning show a couple of weeks later. And D Militant, matter of fact, and D Militant he passed away last year, but man, the shit, man. If you like I said, if you guys got Tubi or YouTube, those comedians that I
Yeah.
just now well not Eddie. Eddie stuff's a little bit more locked down. But those comedians, D Militant and Michael Collier, if you got Tubi, if you type their name in, you can see all their stuff.
I'll check them out. I got Tubi.
Yeah, you go to YouTube, you can check all their shit out. And that's the thing. So those guys, man, they just gave me a lot of jewels, man. They was real like that. I never met Eddie, not yet at least. But Michael Kaya and D Militant, like they got me. They were like, you know, hey, you need to start doing other shit. Michael Kaya, the pandemic happened. I didn't want to do virtual comedy. He telling me to my face, hey man, you need to get your shit together. You can't be a comedian if you ain't doing shows. I'm like, man, it's virtual. Fuck that. I'm like, oh, okay. So I end up doing his shit virtually, and I just started building more of a fan base virtually. So, it's cool.
That's what's up. Do you think, as far as Eddie Murphy, do you think people give him the props as the GOAT? Like, you see people that you feel like they give it because he is the GOAT. They
Uh,
call Dave the GOAT, right? And I was like, yeah, Dave. And I was like, cause I ain't gonna lie, he's funny as heck. But the ones that paved, I don't know if I hear a lot of people. I know they know, they have to know, but they gotta know. You think that people do pay they dues to Eddie?
I don't know. I don't know if they do. That's a good question. Cause if people don't, Dave was on Def Comedy Jam. Dave was like 19 on Def Comedy Jam,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and Dave was like funny, but people didn't really feel him because they thought because it's this whole stupid ass shit about white funny and black funny. I think it's the dumbest
Right.
conversation ever. But
Exactly.
Dave really got put on the map. He was taken off, especially after Half Baked. What
Like,
really got Dave off was the Chappelle show.
I'm rich.
Exactly. And think about it. Chappelle show came out what, 02, 03? We in 2022. People still saying Rick James, bitch. And if we can go on TV right now, if fucking Comedy Central is to put the Chappelle show for like the whole marathon of all the seasons,
I'm laughing in my head right now. Just think about it.
we about to turn that shit on. We about to quote it like we never seen it before. We gonna wait for the fucking Rick James episode and that. We got the Eddie, right? If you get Nutty Professor, we gonna wait for Eddie and Eddie.
Hercules.
Exactly. You gonna wait for that. You gonna go to Coming to America and you gonna quote all that shit out the barbershop. Like I do it all the time. Or if you watch Life, you gonna end up saying some stupid shit, some shit. Fuck hell, I forgot Bernie Mac too because if you think about it,
Oh man,
Bernie was
the white meat show.
exactly like you say that shit from Players Club, like you better wear your bulletproof vest all day, all motherfucking day. You too, you fat mother. You know what I mean? Like you watch him, like man,
Oh,
damn,
man.
Bernie's like. There's so many though, but
Yes, it is.
I don't think people don't. I think a lot of people focus on Dave a lot
Yeah.
because he's more out there and
Mhm.
his truth behind his jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Eddie was like it was truth behind his jokes, but Eddie didn't do trends. Eddie did like family,
Yeah.
relationships, and stuff like that. That's the same shit that Richard Pryor did, and Red Fox did the same thing. So Dave just stays relevant because Dave, like you just saw SNL, which
Yeah.
was goated Saturday. When I mean goated, like I think I was supposed to go see Black Panther. I was like, nah, Eddie gonna be on Saturday Night Live, so we got to make sure that the movie ends. So I'm home with a meal, watching Dave. I don't want to watch the replay. I'm gonna watch it, but yeah, shit's actually good. So I don't know. That's a good conversation. I might have to have that with. I might have to have that with. I might have to have that conversation. Revisit that conversation another time. That shit's funny. That's a good question though.
Yeah. Because I know everybody got their, like, how they did the little kings of, no, like shade or no disrespect or anything. But I mean, yes, Bernie, the the kings that did the kings and queens, and yeah, Bernie, because I fuss with Bernie all the time. He's funny. He's so funny. And the rest of them are too. I guess you could put Steve Hightower in their own, but mine would have been a whole different set. That's all I'm saying.
Who was
You had
yours? Who would be yours?
um, I'm actually go from like right now how I would set it up. Now, how many was in the group? Was it 5 of them?
What Kings of Comedy?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was four.
Damn.
It was Steve, DL,
Yeah. Uh,
Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac.
mhm.
It was originally, I think, Joe Gattori that was hosting before he got sick. So
Mhm.
that's how DL got on. DL was the first. The best set, of course, was Bernie Mac. And in my
Yeah.
opinion, after that
Exactly.
was DL.
Let me see. I would keep Bernie, obviously. Who wouldn't? Rest in peace. Let me see. I'll just tell my son every time somebody I do ask me about that, I'll be like, "You don't get your toes, men. It's okay to have good toes, and it's not like you're going to get them like acrylic and stuff. You know, Bernie Mac used to get a pedicure all the time. He's manly. He's manly.
You're
Okay."
correct.
I'm like Bernie got all the time. But so we got Bernie. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
some Dave Chappelle. Okay, they don't have to be living either because Bernie's not. Some keep Bernie, Dave Chappelle. Shit, that's a show by itself. Okay, I'm throw Eddie up in there because you think. Okay, I'm asking you a question after I say that. Eddie Murphy and who gets this last one? Let me see. Now what's it called? He was funny. He used to crack me up. DL. Uh, but we're just gonna give this one to. I'm gonna give it to who do you think I should give it to? I'm gonna let you take the last one. Who you gonna put in there? I'll give you those three: Bernie, uh, Dave, and Eddie. Who should you throw in there?
I'll throw something that's gonna throw you off. Seinfeld.
For some reason, I was thinking crazy like that too. Like put a different type of okay. I was thinking
Seinfeld.
like George Carlin, but he's not even here. But none of them, he wasn't either. But yeah, okay,
Seinfeld.
I like that.
Hell,
Hmm.
I even throw something that's gonna throw a wrench in there. With the if you talking about comedy specials and movies that inspired me to get into comedy, it wasn't Def Comedy Jam, it wasn't Comic View, and it wasn't Kings or Queens of Comedy. It was Bad Boys of Comedy, which used to come on HBO, and it was the Blue Collar Comedy Tour with Jeff Foxworthy, Ron Burgundy, Larry the Cable Guy, and Ron White. That's the shit. That's the comedies. That's my Kings of Comedy. That was the one that I actually. If people look at me like, what? I was like, bro, let me tell you, Blue Collar Comedy Tour was my shit. So actually, probably when I get off the interview with you, I'm probably gonna end up watching it.
I have to check that out too. So I love something. What was that?
I ain't saying nothing.
I
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't
was like,
saying nothing.
is the screen frozen? Okay. Oh yeah. So what I did want to ask you. Okay, come back to me. Come back to me. It was something about Eddie. I think. Come on, I hate when that happens. Shit. Oh yes, I did want to ask you. Do you think wasn't Eddie the one that opened the door for just nasty, dirty ass shit to be said?
No, no,
No.
no.
Oh, somebody was older. Who was it? You
It
know what I'm
was
saying?
Richard. Richard
Bullshit.
Pryor. Richard
I
Pryor
don't
is.
like Richard that much, but you're
What
right.
people don't know, Richard Pryor actually started off as a clean comic. It was like the same gimmick of what Bill Cosby was. But him and Bill Cosby got into it for like gimmick infringement or something. So Richard Pryor actually dug into actually talking about real life shit that was happening that was genius. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that happened to him. It wasn't never done before. So Richard Pryor opened it up for the real vulgar stuff, but it was genius. It didn't go too vulgar. Now you got comedians like Ari Shafir. You got a lot of shock comics and those hacks that come out. And for people that don't know what shock comedy is, man, they'll talk about anything left. That like, oh, I found my mom's dildo and stuck it up my butthole. And they'll say shit like that. You got a you get a hack comedian that comes up there. And what I mean by hack, they don't have a shelf life. They have a shelf life. Take that back. And they'll come up there. They might be like, as if it's a guy. They be like, "Oh, my name Big Tony Chicken Wing Leg or something." They be like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, hoe, suck my dick big." Da, da, da. And then like boom. Then they got the lady come off there. She little twerking leg, right? She come out there, yeah, eat my pussy, lick my ass, pay my bills, and all that shit. She'll come out there, and people laughing. But if you pay attention to that hack shit, it don't get you that far. It don't get you the deals. It may get you a drink ticket, but when it's time to actually start telling jokes, it shit they flame out. And I've been to shows where those hacks have flamed out. I've been roasted by a hack comedian, and I was like, man, you flaming out. But I said, go ahead, keep using me as a punchline. But like they flame the fuck out. they flame out quick, and they go back and they think that they killed it. I'm like, you don't realize like when you actually go perform in like what's the hardest one? Everybody says it's like Atlanta. When you go to New York, like I did a show in New York. New York comedians is like they don't do that hack shit in there. They gotta use that. It's like a sarcastic intellect type shit. Like they'll say some shit that go over your head. Like, oh, I don't eat a McFish sandwich because I never saw McDonald's hire a fisherman. I never saw that hiring sign looking for a fisherman, right? You're like, what the fuck is he talking about? The big fish is fucking delicious. And,
Like, ooh.
you know, they might say, "Oh, y'all woke people need to turn y'all alarm clocks on because y'all get on my god." You know, like so that's some shit that I be saying. Like that's some shit that they'll say. But like that's probably why my jokes don't fly that well in certain territories. But some of them do. Some of them get it. You know, but that sarcastic intellect shit, that observational humor, that surreal humor. That's what I like. That hack shit, that shit's so fucking annoying. Then that shock shit, they'll say some shit that just you're like, damn, bro, you need to say go to church or something. You need to go pray, go talk, get some counseling or something. They'll say some shit. I'm like, ew, like, ew. Yeah, man. Uh, I was at Payless and this little girl was running over, and I remember the little girl that died um, when she was in Payless, and the family won $3 million because the glass fell on her and she died. I'm like, what the fuck is you joking about that for? But
Right.
that's them fucking comedians that you get. Them motherfuckers do that shit all the time. They think that bullshit's cute because they see comedians like actually get booked doing the shit, but they don't realize like 10, 20, 30 years from now, you have something called creative integrity. So this is your legacy and shit that you want to remember for. You like, man, I used to say some wild shit. Then you got a child that comes up that says like your own child. They say I want to do comedy. They saying the same shit that you saying. Yeah, I found my dad's dildo in his toolbox next to the screwdriver. So I put the screwdriver and the dildo together and I just twirled it up and I stuck it beneath my underarm. It smelled like musty. And I put it up my butthole and it worked. And then after I did that, I rinsed it off with some hot coke, some hot cocoa, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
That's great. Wow. What kind of comedian school they go to? Where you get that
They
shit from?
don't. They don't fucking go. They don't. They don't go. They learn. They don't. It's comedy school is not. It's not something that's really looked at like a good thing. It's frowned upon because they think you go to school to be funny. When in actuality, you don't go to school to be funny. You go to school to learn the etiquette of being a comedian, how to actually set up a proper set. I don't know if you ever seen, been to open mic or amateur mic where these comedians they like 1 minute they talking about dating, the next minute they talking about politics. It's like all over the place. It has to tie into each other.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's got to be a transition. It's just
Yeah.
like if you making a sandwich, you don't go uh, get the mayonnaise and the meat first, and then toast the bread and got the mayonnaise and the meat just laying on the countertop. You know, you get the bread first, put the mayonnaise up there, you get your meat, you put your vegetable or whatever, then you put your top of your bread up there. No, these motherfuckers just like go into it. So you learn how to set up a proper set. You don't
Yeah.
have to go there, but they don't teach you how to be funny. Just teach you how to be
Right. It's
the
like one of
etiquette.
those things like you just happen to you just naturally are funny because I could tell I like when I'm watching like Dave, Cat, or anybody, I can tell there's a craft. You know what I mean? To be able to have to how you can, you know what I mean? You can tell like especially with being a creator, you know, there's a process, and I can tell like for you to be able to be like talking about this here and then, you know, you bring it back in and you went into the next one, holding your audience still. People might not be able to tell that, you know what I mean, that's something that is a craft, you know what I mean, that a skill, but I can because I know that, like how you just explained those, you know what I mean, the ones that suck, you know what I mean? That's you have to know the timing because that's like not easy to do to hold a crowd like that because crowds can be really tough, you know. And to keep them going, it's got to be a level of nervousness, you know what I mean? And then so I know that's like not something easy to do to be a comedian. So be great at it, that means like that's what's up.
And for people out there that don't believe me about this comedian shit, I'm not saying I'm the genius of comedy. I'm not saying I'm like the goat of comedy, but I do have an extensive resume. I'm not bragging, but this is a humble brag. You know, I done been Michael Kyer, started on Virginia Beach Funny Bone, the Improv. I just was in Keenan Thompson's Funniest Comics. I was in the Steve Harvey Stand Up Spotlight. Like I have an extensive resume. I know a little bit. I don't know a lot. So I think I know what I'm doing so far. I'm still learning. So
Like you said, that you're always learning. Yeah, you know what you're doing, but you know that you still have room to grow, right?
exactly.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I really, really appreciate. I would love to have because they're so still. Blah, blah, blah. Let me try this again. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Just gonna give this little piece out here for any podcasters or anybody. There is a such thing that you can do before you do your show, so you can get all the verbiage, all the blah blah blah, and all that stuff out, and then you podcast. I didn't do it today, but I usually do, and I'm just gonna say that right there. I'm creating something. Don't worry about it.
I
So
got
now back to Rome. Okay, so try this again. I would love to have you back on because, but yeah, because there's so much to like when it comes to this, like, because you do the podcasting and the comedy, and I don't know if you know a lot of people that have that. Maybe that's your world. I don't know a lot. You're my first podcaster, like a comedian, so that's something that brought a different element. Because I
you.
have a few podcasts, and my main one's Voices of Courage. So that's behind the mic thing has been really like going in a good direction, and so I'm excited that to have this segment on this one because I want to like get into because it's about the creators. If you're a comedian, you're a podcaster, you're a singer, you're a writer, just creators. You know what I mean, and why we create and what it's like.
Yeah, that's it. Create, elevate. If you do podcasting and comedy, just the only thing I can say is when it comes to podcasting, if you gotta do it episodic, but record a bunch of episodes just in case something happens and you get a little too busy. Or keep some shit tucked in the chamber just in case you got a moment where you get booked up with one and get another one. Just
Yeah, that's really good advice. Trust me, so good advice.
yeah,
Man, oh man, some good advice.
yeah,
Okay.
stockpile that shit. Stockpile it your ass off. Even if you say it's gonna be released on Tuesday, you release the shit on Monday. Oh well, shit is already out there. I just put the shit out there, and don't be afraid to post old episodes. Shit, people got albums they be celebrating 25-year releases. Like you can see have an episode that's old or a joke that's old and still perform it or put it out there. Who the fuck cares?
Right? As long as it stay relevant, right? It's out there. And
Yeah.
then some people like watching like reruns or something, all that. Or you never know a person somebody never heard it before. You know what I mean? So it's just like who cares? It's out there. I think that helps with the consistency, right? Just to just keep putting it out there versus like just not having something like, oh man, okay, well, you know. So I think that might just I think it puts a damper in your consistency. Because if your fans are looking to hear from you or see you, and they don't, I think that'll probably bring your numbers down, right? You think?
Mm-hmm. They
Or they
do.
can't trust you either. They don't know if you're going to be there because you wasn't there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
Like yeah, I'm in looking looking for behind the mic. I don't see nothing from behind the mic. You know what I mean? I don't see shit from y'all. What's going on? They might be like boom. You like man, I've been a little a little preoccupied. Fuck it. Put the shit out. Don't overthink it. You may not get the numbers that you want, but shit, who do? But
right,
then when you get your numbers right, like you got some people that stay down. Fuck it, just do it. Just fucking do it. For people out there, stop getting in your head about shit. Don't tell everybody business. Just fucking do it. That's fucking.
right. True that. True that. Let's do it. That's one thing I can say about Nike that I took from Nike was, or Jordan, whatever. Just do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm an Adidas man myself, so I'm just kidding. I about to joke, make a Kanye joke. I was like, no, don't let me do that.
That's what I
I
was thinking
disclaim it.
too. You see, I looked at the camera like,
Let me
that's
keep
a
that
whole
joke.
other
Keep that joke to the corner.
Man, okay, never. I don't even know what to feel anymore about that shit. No, just watch and see, watch and see. I'm just watching. I'm a spectator right now. No popcorn.
Who,
Just
who
I
knows? Kanye may pull up to one of your interviews, ask you to get on your podcast.
don't. Look,
You
I'm
be like,
like, hold on, Kanye. Okay, so
like
no, I ain't gonna do you like you know, we gonna go now. Man, oh man, nah, props out time. I'm not judging nobody. Do what you gotta do. But thank you so much for coming by. You're always welcome. I'm definitely would love to have you back again because this comedy talk is so fun. I love it.
shit. Hey man, just let me know. We'll coordinate. I do apologize again for I couldn't hear you, and I be getting these spam calls, but I can't not take the phone call because I done mailed out some stand up and put phone number on this content. So I don't know who the hell called me. I'm hoping it's a Asian or a booker or a club that's gonna try and get me out there. So for people out there that I mail flash drives to, hey man, my number's still open. Ain't shit changed. Just give me some time.
Right, that's right, that's right. And Rome, where can our listeners and watchers or viewers find you at?
You can find me on Pornhub at Chocolate Daddy Third Long. So I'm just kidding. I
Get my
ain't got
phone. Hold on.
that. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at for the comedy at Rome with an X and Diddy. If you want to listen to the podcast, it's No ID Media TV on Instagram and on Facebook. Um, and you want to just listen to the podcast, it's just No ID on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can get your podcast from. Literally on everything. Just subscribe. Make sure you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, rate, tell a friend about the content that you see on No ID Media TV, or whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And then make sure you guys also support Behind the Mic with Brandon J too. Support that because we need more content out there. We need more black media. So we linked up through Facebook. So y'all just make sure y'all like check out Brandy J stuff and see what she got going works. There's some dope shit she doing. So it's
Yeah.
powerful. So you know what I mean? She cool people. So I only known her for about 3 days. So keep
See.
going, my G.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And as you guys see, the Real Wise Productions, this is the studio, and my boys is off doing what they do. We try to keep it consistent, and like I said, we're trying to support, with the black productions and all that, and then some. Once again, I thank you so much, Ron, for coming by and sharing your creation, your creativity, and sharing your stories. And I had a great time, and I'm pretty sure the audience is going to have a great time. And I can't wait till next time. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time. Peace.